Liverpool 2, Everton 1. Liverpool escape again by the odd goal. And it is now 5 out of 5. For some reason, I'm not perturbed. Because I don't think this Liverpool team will go the distance. Yeah, they've been escaping. Yeah, they escaped against Burnley, against Bournemouth. This Everton game wasn't really a threat. It wasn't really much of a threat, you know. But even if you extend it to the Champions League, I mean, that was also an escape. I think this is the only game that they did the job, they did the business early. They didn't have to rely on any late goal in this game for the first time this season. They escaped against Newcastle and all of that. So for some reason, I'm not perturbed about this Liverpool side. But then the only concern for me is that even on days when they don't seem to be very fantastic, right? They grind out results, and that's stuff of champions. That's stuff of champions. And if they continue like that, the more wins you accumulate, the more you grow in confidence. And then the moment you begin to get that lead, expand that lead on your chasers or your fellow title contenders, you just give yourself some leverage, which was what happened to them last season. Now they've won on a weekend where Arsenal will play against Manchester City, where Chelsea will play against Manchester United. Imagine Arsenal drops points against City. Imagine Chelsea drops points as well. It means they've opened the gap. 15 points already, 5 wins in 5 games. The reason why I said I'm not perturbed is because they've been conceding in almost all their games. They conceded in all but 2 of their games. The game against Burnley and the game against Arsenal. I don't think that defense I don't think that defense will go the full distance. I'm very glad they didn't get the Gay deal over the line. Maybe before December, January, they could not suffer 1 or 2 shocks. But then again, the job has been done. Liverpool have won again, and this time around, a very decent win in the Merseyside derby. So that is done and dusted. One thing about Arne that I like is that he doesn't get into the conventional drama most managers want to get into. I remember when he came to Liverpool last season, Van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mo Salah were in the midst of transfer disputes and saga. The man did not concern himself with their transfer saga. He was playing all 3 of them when he needed them, as he needed them. Unlike coaches like Ruben Amorim, coaches like Arteta that will come and immerse themselves and inherit problem. You come and fight, help club and fight players. And Slot could have said, oh, you know what, you guys are having this contract dispute, you sit on the bench. No, he didn't concern himself with that. The man signed Alexander Isak, and in the Champions League game, the guy started. It's not like those managers that will say, okay, he just joined my club, let him start from the bench, or he didn't have a full preseason. Arteta signed Eze. Against Liverpool, he did not start him. And people are saying, oh, you integrate him slowly. Integrate somebody who don't play 90 minutes already, we do full preseason. So, and Slot doesn't concern himself with all of those drama. And that's why I like the man. That's why I love the man. And he's getting the job done. Up next, Manchester United up against Chelsea. What do I think about that game? Baba, this game has so many draws in recent history, and this might not be any different. But then, if Amorim insists on doing things his way, like he has said, he believes in his philosophy, he's not going to change for anybody, then I don't see Man U getting anything from this game. But it's a big game, and you expect big teams to turn up. The unfortunate thing is Man U still a big team? Is Chelsea really a big team? They were humbled in the Champions League. I expect Chelsea to take this one sincerely. I expect Garnacho to turn up in this one. Do you see what the players did when Marcus Rashford scored 2 goals in the Champions League? It shows you there's a big problem at Manchester United. But once again, let's enjoy the games. It's match week 5 of the English Premier League, and Liverpool have set the ball rolling with a Merseyside victory. Tomorrow, Arsenal up against Man City at the Etihad. Enjoy the games. This is Dino Bands. One love.